or fasting for the wrong reason. And the first one is really hypocritical fasting. Hypocritical fasting in the book of Matthew, chapter number 6, from verses number 16 to verses number 18. Matthew, chapter number 6, from verse number 16 down to verse number 18. And in that text, it says, "Moreover, when ye fast, be not as the hypocrites of a sad countenance, for they disfigure their faces, that they may appear unto men to fast. Verily I say unto you that they have their reward. But thou, when thou fastest, anoint thine head, and wash thy face, that thou appear not unto men to fast, but unto thy Father, which is in secret." He says, "And thy Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly." So when we are fasting, we are not really fasting for a show or for self-righteousness, because there is no benefit for God in that if we fasting or we just doing it for a show. As I said before, last week or week before, you're fasting and you're telling people that, well, I can't eat lunch with you today because guess what? I'm fasting. That's not really humbling ourselves before God. But he says when you fasted, we need to do it in secret, in private. So when we're fasting, is really humbling ourselves before God. And if I do it in that way where I'm boastful or I'm self-righteous, then I'm doing it really for the wrong purpose. And my fast will not be heard by God. Right? As another reason, just give me 1 second. So in your time of fasting, we don't ever want to make it a moment where you have been in some sort of way exalted or made as a show. You want to make sure that you do not prevent God's power to break through, because it becomes more about you than him. So when self-righteousness creeps in, then we are saying, really, look at me. Look at me, look at what I have done, and not God. I want you, or all about God, or seeking after God. So with the wrong focus, it could end up being, look what I did. So just like the man who thought that he had so much that he said, so this is what I will do. I will break down my barn and build greater ones. And he said, I will eat and drink and have for many years. And then the Bible says, thou fool, this night thy soul will be required of thee. And what will happen to all the things that you are going to store up in the barn? So when we are fasting, it's really about humbling ourselves before God. It's not a show really before God. God is really the one that we're trying to please. He's the focus of our fast, because we really trying indeed for God to hear us and to be able to really have that intimacy with God. But if we're doing it for self-righteousness, then it is really for the wrong purpose, right? Another reason then for fasting